Well, hello, everybody. I'm Denise Gainey, and I'm the past president of the ICA, and I'm so glad to see you all here today. And I'm thrilled to introduce to you YogaDan, who is also my husband, and he's going to lead us through a wonderful 20 minutes of yoga to help, which I find very helpful with my students and myself with clarinet playing. So, YogaDan.
Thank you. I'm not a clarinetist, but I'm married to one. A very good one at that. So anyway, I am YogaDan, and I teach a variety of different yoga styles and yoga classes. And today we're going to be doing one in a chair, with the idea that most of you as clarinetists, if you're getting ready for either a practice or a rehearsal or a performance, you're probably in your chair somewhere with your horn nearby. And I'm going to give you a few breathing exercises as well as some movement and some stretches that can help you in preparation for your practice, your rehearsal, or your performance. So let's get started. We'll start with a pranayama. Prana means life force. We know this is breath work. So this one's known as the Nadi Shodhana, and it's alternate nose breathing. So for this particular style of breath, you're going to need a tool. Well, you happen to have one with you. It's called your hands, okay? These are your tools. So anyway, let's go ahead and use your left hand, and you're going to place, I'm going to take my glasses off because you're going to place your middle finger right up here in the third eye, right up on the forehead. And you're going to use your pinky and your thumb to alternately close off your nostrils, okay? So just practice that without any breathing going through. Just practice your blocking off with the pinky and the thumb going back and forth. Now, to put the breath with that, we'll go ahead and block off your right nostril. Inhale through the left. Block off the left, unblock the right, and let the air out through the right. Inhale through the right, block it, exhale through the left, inhale through the left, block it, exhale through the right. And just keep doing that back and forth. You always inhale on one side, block it off, and exhale on the other side. So as you continue to do this for at least another, 7 breaths or so, what are we doing here? The consensus is that you are basically using this alternate breathing to balance the left and right hemispheres of our brain. It's also helping to calm the mind and to bring you into the current present moment. All of these are functions that are needed to play a musical instrument. Let's do one more on both sides to finish this up. Last breath, and release. You might feel a little lightheaded from doing that. That's okay. Just kind of let that flow for a moment. Going into our next thing, we're going to get a motion. So we're going to do some neck rolls. So just gently bring the hands to the knees and just gently roll the head around and around. Doesn't matter which way you're going, because we're going to go both ways. So just open up the cervical spine. Now slow down and go the other direction. And as you do, bring your consciousness to yourself. Let go of external distractions and bring yourself into this present moment. Excellent. Coming back up into an elongated spine. Let's go ahead and do some arm reaches. So bring that left arm up. And then as you bring your hand over on your chair, and you're just going to, reach over to that side. Reach, reach, reach. You can look up at that hand in the sky if you want. Perfectly simple. If there's a hand in the air, generally in yoga, we look up at it. And release. Let's go to the other side. Right arm up, and over. Reach, reach, reach. Look up if you want. Good job, and release. Okay. We're going to do some cat-cows from a seated position. Usually we do this standing, but like I said, all the yoga positions that are for standing can be applied and or modified for seated. All right. So hands on your knees. You're going to inhale up, exhale down. Looking up into cow, exhaling down into cat. Flowing back and forth, giving the spine a nice stretch. One of the things that I love about yoga, and I've been basically doing yoga for over 20 years and teaching for 15. I am an ERYT 200 yoga teacher, which means that I am a master yoga teacher. One more in each direction, and let's come back up into our seated position. Right. All right, we'll get some spinal twists. So we're going to bring the left arm up, cross it over, bring the other arm behind your chair, and just enjoy a spinal twist over to your right. We usually do about 3 breaths at least, minimum, sometimes more, depending on which stretch we're doing. And exhale back through center. Very good. Let's do the other side. So bring your right arm up, cross it over. Bring your other arm around the back of the chair as you get a spinal twist to the other side. Deep breath here, exhale back through center. All right, so from here we're going to go into YogaDan or eagle pose. Normally we'd be doing this standing, but like I've mentioned, all the standing poses can be adapted for seated practice, all right? So I want you to bring your right leg up and over the left. That's number 1. So if the right leg is over the left, then we're going to have our right arm under our left, okay? Bring the hands together, point the fingers back towards your face. And this is eagle pose, YogaDan. So, some of you might be saying, well, I'm not feeling anything. Okay, great. It's not all about feeling everything. It's about coming into the present moment. It's about connecting with the breath. And I'll give you the definition for yoga. It is the bringing together and balance, the yoking together of the mind, the body, and the spirit. Take in one more deep breath. Uncurl the arms first, and then the legs. So what was good for one side is going to be good for the other. You're going to bring your left leg up and over. And if the left leg's on top, then the left arm is under the right. Squeeze these together, squeeze the legs together, squeeze the arms together. And you should be feeling a stretch even up and out through the back. Not only that, but also a little bit in the hips. And we're going to be doing some hip openers later in this class. I'm doing about a 20-minute class, so bear with me. And release. Excellent. All right, hands down by your chair. We're going to do some pelvic circles. As a matter of fact, come out a little further on the edge of the chair so that you can do that back and get that back swinging. All right. And wonderful pelvic circles. This could also be done in a seated style on the floor. I'm seeing all of you do it. This is great. Wonderful. All right, slow down and let's go the other direction. Whatever's good for the left to right is going to be good for the right to left. Or in this case, clockwise or counterclockwise. Beautiful. Come back up with an elongated spine. So we're going to do some knee work now. So let's go ahead and bring your right knee up. Put your fingers around your shin and pull that leg up and into the chest. Now, I like to rotate the ankle here. It kind of feels good. And in yoga, we say if it feels good, do it. By the way, yoga is the oldest official exercise on the planet. It goes back 5,000 years. We don't generally use any equipment other than maybe a yoga mat. No need for weights, straps, cables, machines. Get everything you need, just your body and the floor. And let's go ahead and release and bring the other knee in. Same thing, rotate the ankle. Very good, and release. All right, we're gonna bring both legs up. It's hard the camera to see. Legs are up in the air here. All right, and we're gonna bring your arms out too, in front of you. All right, so we're gonna play crisscross. So you're gonna crisscross the arms, and then when you open them up, you're gonna crisscross the legs, and you're just gonna go back and forth. As I kick my wife over here, she's doing this with me in her studio. All right, and release. From here, we're going to go into gorilla. So this is how it works. You're going to come down on your fists, and then you're going to look up. And look down, and look up. This is gorilla. One more exit down, one more lifting up, and come back up into your seated position. We're going to do a hip opener now, and this is pigeon pose. So bring your right leg up and cross over the left leg, okay? Hold on to the foot and the knee, and I want you to begin to give a forward fold, bringing your forehead down towards your leg. When you do this, you should be feeling some stretch into that hip, in this case, the right hip, and that's what we're looking for. The Garudasana or pigeon pose. Now, I also teach restorative classes, and we do this generally on the floor in a restorative class, and we'll usually stay in this position for anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes to really allow that hip to open up. But mostly this chair yoga is just kind of give you a taste of what these yoga poses can do. All right, slowly come back up, release that, and let's do the other side. So you're gonna bring your left leg up, have that ankle on top of that other arm, or the other leg, wrap your arms around here, and just go ahead and come into a forward fold. As you should feel that hip opening up, or a little bit of a tightness. That tightness is working on opening that hip up. Breathe into it, enjoy the pose. Never go past where there's pain. Pain is your guide that you are going too far in anything, especially yoga. Back off. Breathe into it. Stay in the present moment. Quiet the mind. Very good. Slowly release. We're going to end our yoga session before we go into our last pranayama with sun salutations. And yes, you can do these from a seated position. Place your hands into your sacred heart and Jali Mudra, Anj is your heart. Mudra is yoga for the hands. This is flying eagle, okay? All right, so hands at your sacred heart. Close the eyes, slow the breath, quiet the mind, embrace your stillness. All right, beginning of breath, bring those arms up overhead with a deep inhale, looking up at the hands in the sky. I want you to just give a little bit of a backwards bend and then swan dive, forward fold. Placing the hands on the floor, come halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale down, reverse your arms, bring them back up overhead, hands resting in Jali Mudra. Close the eyes, slow the breath, quiet the mind, embrace stillness. Beginning a new breath, beginning a new salutation. Lean backwards and then swan dive, forward fold. Coming halfway up, Ardha. Exhale down, reverse your swan dive. Hands come to your sacred heart in Jali Mudra. Close the eyes, slow the breath, quiet the mind, embrace stillness. Beginning a new breath, beginning a new salutation. Squeeze as you dive backwards and then swan dive, forward fold. Come halfway up, Ardha. Exhale down, reverse your swan dive. Hands resting in Jali Mudra. Close the eyes, quiet the mind, embrace your stillness. Beginning a new breath, beginning a new salutation. 2 more of these. Dive backwards and then swan dive, forward fold. Halfway up, exhale down, reverse your swan dive. Hands resting in Jali Mudra. Close the eyes, quiet the mind. Slow the breath, embrace your stillness. It is within the stillness that is where yoga does its greatest work. 1 more, here we go. Inhale up, dive backwards, swan dive, forward fold. Halfway up, Ardha. Exhale down, reverse your swan dive. Hands resting in Jali Mudra. Close the eyes, quiet the mind, embrace your stillness. The last thing we're going to do here is close on a pranayama known as sighing breath. So this is going to be even more effective or efficacious for you, I would think, in your breath work, because obviously clarinet involves a lot of breath work. So, I've just given you 2 pranayams. The yoga is full of like dozens of pranayams, so you might want to research this on your own. But anyway, this one's known as sighing breath. So this is going to lead us into a little bit of a meditation. So what is a sighing breath? It's exactly what it signifies. You're going to take in a nice deep breath. All of you inhale, and then exhale with a Very good. Let's do that again. Inhale, exhale with a and again, inhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Make it the biggest one of all. Excellent. Place your right hand in your left palm. Tips of the thumbs together. Sit back against the back of your chair. Close the eyes. Slow the breath. Quiet the mind. I'm going to ask that you, with your eyes closed, you're going to look up just above your forehead, like you're looking up at that bird sitting up on the tree limb. And in meditation, we do this because you're basically focused on the pineal gland. The pineal gland is called the third eye. There's several reasons for that. It's in the middle of your brain, and it's connected to your circadian rhythms and your secretion of melatonin. Many spiritual traditions believe it serves as a connection between the physical part of our universe and our spiritual worlds. By focusing on the pineal gland, we are opening up our spiritual and focus towards that. So we're going to take just a few minutes here to finish up this yoga class with this meditation. Now, if you have thoughts that are coming into your mind, just see them as leaves on a little stream in front of you, and they just kind of float on by. You can see them, you can recognize them, but you don't have to give them any energy. Just let them float on by. This is our first step in being able to control our thoughts. One of the main things that you'll take away eventually if you practice yoga long enough. Yes, this is all in preparation for meditation. The ability to quiet the mind, slow the thoughts, and embrace stillness. A few more breaths here. Slowly begin to open the eyes with a new awareness for who you are. But just a few minutes of yoga can quiet us down and relax the body and bring us into this present moment. I want to thank each and every one of you and my lovely wife for allowing me to come and be a part of this class this morning. Bring the arms up overhead. Hands come down to your sacred heart. We close with namaste.